Okay. So I'm just pulling out my slideshow here. I can only see Jen right now there. Not like that's a bad thing, but
I can only see you in the bottom corner too.
Okay, so this is the Desire to Inspire Dynasties team call. I wanted to talk to you guys about starting your challengers and coaches outright. This is what we do like every day, right? So, I mean, we really need to have a handle on, how to do this. And our challenge groups are basically like how we run our business. So, and they're pretty much the most important part of it. So, we need to be comfortable with that for sure. So I just wanted to talk to you guys quickly and congratulate everybody that was on the Board for Success Club in August. I know it was an interesting month because we had challenge packs on sale and we had the health pack coming up this month. So hopefully we can keep the momentum going into September since all the challenge packs are still on sale. But everyone did awesome. Super proud of you guys. And we have our new coaches that joined in August. So whether, lots of them are wanting to build a business like we are, and some of them are just enjoying the discount. But either way, it's awesome to have them join our team. Do you guys want to put yourselves on mute, just so it's no background noise and stuff? And then you can unmute yourself. I'll ask you to unmute yourself a little bit later. But anyway, so one thing I've learned lately, and I've been guilty of doing this, and I think we all get kind of focused. Sometimes it's easy to take the focus away from what we're actually doing and just, focus on the Success Club points we're getting and the commissions we're getting, because, it is our jobs as well. It is our job as well, what we're doing. But one thing I've been doing lately is just trying to really talk to people and like have a conversation and get to know them. And I know we all learn in the training to be forming people, right? Like getting to know them first and everything. But sometimes I find for myself, sometimes I jump too quick to the invite, and you don't want to be like spewing information on people. So the one thing that I've been really trying to focus on lately is just getting to know them, getting to know their goals, and just letting them get to know me a little bit and sharing about myself in the conversation. So who do I ask? Like who do we start conversations with? There's either our warm market, which are people that we know personally, or acquaintances, friends of friends, that kind of thing. And there's our cold market. And our cold market is more people, from our like pages that might like our stuff, and we kind of reach out and approach them. So the warm market, I just wanted to give you guys some examples of how I kind of initiate a conversation. So obviously I can just read this off quick. Hey girl, how have you been? I've been meaning to ask you, have you ever thought about being a part of my fitness accountability groups? I know that summer's over and I need to get back into routine, so I just thought it'd be something you might be interested in. Do you want me to send you a bit more info? This is kind of like to your friends and stuff who know what you're doing already. They know you're coaching. And you can kind of just dive into it if you want, because you've spoken to them before and it's not like a brand new conversation. And on the other hand, your cold market. So what I've kind of revamped, I know I gave you guys a bit of I hate the word script, but I think it's helpful to have some kind of template to follow when we're kind of starting out. And what I've said to my cold market now, these are people that like my page and who I friend, and if they accept my friend request, I'll send them this message. And if they don't have the option to friend request them, I just send them the message. So I say, hey girl, thanks for your support of my like page. I know a like doesn't take long, but I really appreciate it. Are you working on your health and fitness goals as well? I love connecting with other people on their journey. And this just really opens up the conversation. Like, people are like, yeah, I am. I mean, most people who I message this to actually respond back better than the other conversation, the other kind of script, I guess, that I gave you guys, where I was talking about I run monthly accountability groups. Would that be something you'd be interested in? People respond to this one a bit better. So it's kind of not like a flat out invite. We're just trying to start a conversation. So yeah, it's been going well. People, and that's what I mean. You just get to know people, and this is all about relationships. It's not about viewing a bunch of like websites. And I know it's hard because we get excited about things and wanting to help people, and we know that that these products work and change lives. But we really have to get to know them personally and what their needs are and what their goals are, and how we can actually help them. So yeah, finding out a bit more about our potential challengers.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you add every single person to your list, or like add them to your personal page when they like your page?
Basically, I friend request. Whoever likes my page, I send my friend request. And like I said, if I can't like some people don't have the option to friend request. Yeah. So I'll just send them I'll just click on message and then just send them the message.
Gotcha. Okay.
And actually a girl today that I was talking to, she's like, she said, thanks for reaching out to me. And she said, normally when I like someone's page, they don't really friend me and like start talking to me about things. So I appreciate that. I'm like, I mean, it's, I know we feel all self-conscious about reaching out and all that kind of stuff, but people usually appreciate it and feel special, and that you took the time out of your day to like reach out to them and be interested in their lives, right? So finding out their goals. So obviously this is what we want to do. We don't really want to just settle for a goal of them saying, I just want to lose weight. Well, be a little more specific, right? Like how can we, goals need to be, oh gosh, I forget what they say, but like measurable and like time. You have to be time specific and be like get into what they really want to change. Ask them how long they're willing to work to reach these goals. People need to be realistic, and just like our coaching business, if people are going to think that they're going to make like replace their full-time wage in like 3 or 4 months, 6 months, even a year sometimes, like that's not realistic, right? So people need to know how long am I willing to put in to actually get to this goal? If I'm going to reach it, I'm going to need to put in the time and the effort to do it and be consistent. It's not going to happen, 21 days, sure, we have the fix, but it's not going to, lots of people aren't going to reach their goals in 21 days, and that needs to be something that they're aware of. Ask them how they'll feel. You really want to get into how they're going to feel when they reach their goals. Like, especially, I find that this helps when you're talking about hesitations in terms of cost and stuff, because people, and that'll be, I'm going to do a whole other call on hesitations and how to deal with that. But, when people are talking about things being too expensive, for example, or they're too busy and all these excuses come up, right? You really need to lock in to how they're going to feel and their emotions. Like, when you reach your goal, how amazing is that going to feel? Like, you'll be proud of yourself and confident. You won't be self-conscious. You won't have to feel like you can't put on those pair of pants, or you can't go with your family and, on a hot holiday and feel good about yourself, or you don't want to be in pictures. Like, it'll just change your life completely. And people need to really put themselves in that mindset of how they're going to feel when they get to their goals. And a lot of people, it'll be worth it to them to invest in their self, even if it does take some money, which obviously it does, and time and everything else. People will see the worth in that. So by finding out these questions or the answers to these questions with your challengers, you can more easily move and work with them through their hesitations. So, and that's another thing I always address is any hesitations. If someone says that it's not really, I don't know right now, I'm just not really sure, whatever kind of, in quotes, excuse they have, I didn't start doing this because I wasn't maybe confident enough in myself when I was a new coach. But now I just straight up say, like, what's holding you back? Like, what are you worried about? What can I help you with to be able to start this group with us? Because, then, you can really key in on those fears of theirs and talk them through it. Because most of the time people just don't know. They just are scared of change, and we can help them deal with that and work forward. So, Okay, so now this is a bit more of the technical stuff. And I know Brooke was asking about the mobile enrollment, which was awesome. And I personally use that for everything now. It's so handy. So the first thing that we do when they say, sure, that sounds good, I'm totally up for that. Ask first if they have an account with Team Beachbody or Beachbody, because if they do, as we know, when we hit Emerald, our first rank advancement, we get customer leads, right? And so these are people that sign up, or buy a program or just sign up for an account, and they're just given a coach, a free coach, and that's us sometimes, or whoever else. So we need to, sometimes I'll say, reach out to your coach if you already have a coach that you're working with or whatever. Obviously, you don't want to just be ripping coaches or customers away from other coaches. But sometimes people are just totally unaware that they have a free coach. And so then I just ask them to switch to me as their coach before they get set up. And make sure you do this before they get set up, because it takes a lot of headache away from it later when you have to go back and get things transferred over and everything. So to do that, some of you probably know, but those of you that don't know how to do that, you just get your customer or the potential customer to go into their account, go down to contact us at the bottom of the page, and they can just request. I think there's actually a form now that they can request to have their coach switch to you. So they just need your name, give them your coach ID, and they also need your email address. So excuse me. So that's how you can get them to switch over to you. So once they've done that, then you want to give them the 2 options for setup. So I post this in our power hours on our live power hour events. It's one of our posts, the script for that. And I believe it's also in the new coach training as well. So I've started doing this, and I mean, this has totally changed my business. Before, it was always, you'd always get people that sign up for a challenge pack, and then you'd have to kind of convert them to a discount coach later if they wanted. But this really takes the hassle out, and it's easier for you and the customer if they just do it right off the start. So the 2 options are either set up as a discount coach or set up as a challenger. So basically, as a discount coach, they're saving just over $20 a month on their Shakeology. And that's despite the coach fee. So I think I'll go into that a little bit more after. But anyways, number 3, if they're a new customer and they haven't had anything to do with Beachbody before, go to your mobile enrollment in your online office. And I'll show you that in a couple more slides, how to actually do that and set them up that way. And the information that you need for that is just their name and what they want for their challenge pack, what flavor Shakeology, what program, and their email address. And then you're good to go. And it sends them a streamlined email, and they can literally just go in there, enter in their information, not have to deal with a bunch of websites and clicking here or clicking there. And it's just way easier for them. So, and you can actually go into your office and see where they are in the process as well, if they've opened the email, if they haven't, and that sort of thing. So it's really handy. If they're an existing customer of yours already and they want to, do the whole challenge pack thing, they can just go to shop and then challenge packs to purchase. One thing about that is, and I'll just mention it right now, if somebody is already getting Shakeology, every month or every other month or whatever it is, and they want a program, say they want Country Heat or whatever, I always tell them to basically get the challenge pack again, and it's cancel their existing order of Shakeology and sign up for the challenge pack, because it's a better deal for them than just getting the program on its own usually. So that's just one tip. You just have to make sure they cancel their existing HD order, or else they're going to have 2 coming and they won't be very happy. And number 5, if they want to get set up with a discount option, as a discount coach, just set them up through the coach mobile enrollment. So there's mobile enrollment for the customer and mobile enrollment for a coach, and it's all the same tab that you go to on your coach online office. But I find that most people will pick that option if they understand what it is that they're getting into, I guess. and what fees and stuff they have to pay, and that it's totally cancelable. Cancel, is that a word? They can cancel at any time, and yeah, most people will decide to just go with that option, I find. So that's a really easy way for you guys to rank advanced to Emerald as well. Really promoting that discount option, because it's, I always say to people, if you're wanting to change your lifestyle, then this is probably the best option for you, because you will fall in love with Shakeology and the program and the way that it makes you feel, and you'll want to continue it. So, and also you need to let people know that they can, all the customization they can do with their Shakeology. People don't realize that, and they'll just go and cancel right away. So you need to let them know that they can change the flavor, they can change the ship date up or back, they can postpone a month, they can postpone 3 months or whatever they want to do. Get alternating flavors, etc., etc. So now, starting your new coaches right. So after, just to go back to the challengers quickly, so after people sign up for their account and get their challenge pack, you want to plug them into, obviously, the next challenge group that's running, whether it's yours or if you want to put them in one of mine, that's totally fine. Also, the Challenger Hub is a place that people can go if they aren't ready to start a group yet. Like if there's a group actually not running for, like, say, a couple weeks and they want to kind of get started. So they can go into the Challenger Hub group, and it's kind of a group that we're all kind of responsible as a team to be posting in. I know it's hard to always remember to share stuff. It can be share anything in there. It can be recipes and need motivational quotes or any struggles that you're having, literally anything that you share. Sometimes I was trying to share from my personal page and just different posts in that group just to motivate people, but I know I'm guilty of forgetting about that group sometimes too, but I think it's important for the people that are in there. They're just existing challengers in the past, or people that are still in groups or anything like that. So just a place for them to hang out. So I have an invite here for Challenger. A lot of the time that's where I get my best coaches, is from people that have been in my groups, right? People know the programs. They know they have maybe a bit of a transformation already, and they are just really excited to share it, right? So sometimes I say, hey girl, just wanted to say that I'm so proud of you for your participation in the group and keeping up with the workouts, Shakeology posting, and your nutrition. You've obviously been sticking to it. Have you ever thought about coaching like me? I couldn't help but to want to share my journey with everybody when I started to change my life. Everyone deserves to feel happy and confident, and you're doing most of what a coach does already. So that's kind of obviously personalize it. I don't mean for these invites, when I give you guys scripts like this, I don't mean for you to just literally copy and paste them. Sure, you can do that if you want, but just make it your own. Like, if you don't talk like I do, then don't write like I do, People can see through it if you're not approaching them the way that they've interacted with you before. So another one that I will do, and we invite from our challenge groups people for the coaching opportunity, and we also want to invite from just people that we see that on our Facebook pages that are living healthy lifestyles, or trying to, and that we think would make great coaches. I'm sure we've all seen people on our Facebook pages that are trying to be positive and trying to overcome struggles with, health and fitness, and starting a journey themselves. And, don't be scared to reach out to those people and ask them if they want to do something like what you're doing, because you think they'd be awesome at it and you'd love to have them on your team. Really, what are they going to say? Like, oh, actually, no, I haven't. And then you go on to explain, or maybe that's not for me. And then you could just say, well, you can just, again, go through their hesitations or fears about it. So I usually say, hey girl, how are you? This is actually, I think, a conversation that I had with somebody. This is kind of random, but I've been thinking about it and just wanted to ask you, have you ever thought about doing what I do as a coach? I know that you're into health and fitness, and it's obvious that you see the importance of living a healthy lifestyle. And I think you'd be great at it. Just wanted to reach out and see if it'd be something you'd be interested in. Because you guys, this is the thing about inviting, if whether it's coaching or challengers, if we're not reaching out to people and inviting them, and if people don't know we're running challenge groups based on our Facebook page, or they don't know we're doing this as a business, then if we have friends that sign up with other people, or if we go to reach out to somebody and they don't even know that we're a coach, it's like you can't be upset if people are going to other people for help because they don't know that you're there to help them and available. So we really have to be showing through our Facebook pages and sharing that we are doing this and be proud of it. And someone I was talking to was talking about, or I was asking about the coaching opportunity, a random person off my like page. And she said, I'm just really not into network marketing. And I said, like, I totally understand that. Like, obviously that was a fear of mine at first, but to me, when I think back to all the people, or when I think about all the people that are feeling right now like I felt 2.5 years ago before I started on my journey, sitting on their couches, being depressed, feeling unhappy with their lives, it like breaks my heart to think that they might have no resources or nobody to help them. They have no tools, no support. Like, that is the kind of thing that drives me more than my fear of people judging, or me reaching out to somebody and then being like, well, who are you to ask me that, or whatever, right? All those people that we can help, that we're feeling the way we used to feel, like, that is completely worth it to me. So that's what you have to keep your mind on the whole time you're inviting people, is that you could be that one person that invites them when no one else ever has. So just keep that in mind. I've just been thinking about that a lot lately, so a little bit passionate about that. So now for a coach, basically they said yes. So now what do? So basically, when we sign up to be a coach, we have one of two options. They can sign up with a challenge pack purchase, and that, as most of us know, it'll waive their coach sign up fee of about $55 with the dollar. It always kind of changes, like a couple dollars in and out, but anyways. So if this is a challenger and they want to sign up for the discount coach or a business builder coach, and they're already getting their Shakeology, cancel their monthly Shakeology, like I mentioned before, and set them up with a new challenge pack to waive the $55 fee. This is another thing that I do. If a customer is interested just in Shakeology, I pretty much never let someone just order Shakeology. That sounds bad, like I'm forcing them, but that's not what I mean. I just mean that the customer price of Shakeology is around $178 a month, and that's including the tax and the shipping. So all of our challenge packs, even the ones that are on sale, the ones that are on sale are a total of like $180 or $185 a month. Or for the first, when they purchase them out once, it's $180 some. So why would you ever let somebody just get Shakeology when they can get an entire program or 90 days of Beachbody On Demand for like $10 more? And then that is also, helping you out with your Success Club points as well, and just helping them out and giving them another program to do. And it's, it's nutrition and exercise and support. So we need to make sure people are aware of that, because a lot of people don't know that. And they're also saving on shipping, I believe, when they get the challenge pack too. So as a coach, that's their last chance to actually get a challenge pack, is when they sign up. After that, we just get the 25% off, and that's probably a better deal than actually the challenge pack anyways, but just so they know that that's their last chance to get that. If they don't go that route, then they're paying the $55 fee when they sign up. If previously purchased a challenge pack, then they can have that fee waived by filling out a form. But it's kind of annoying. I don't know. If they're already getting Shakeology, like I said before, I just usually get them to do the challenge pack, because it makes the most sense, really, to do that when it's like $10 more a month. Or not a month, for the initial sign up. So now, going through the mobile enrollment, this is like the best thing that they've ever, well, not the best thing they've ever made, but it's one of the things that I absolutely love. It makes our job like so much easier, and same with the customer. So this is just my account here. I just pulled up my online office. So basically when you want to sign them up through the mobile enrollment, all you do is click on the coach tab. Don't go down to like your coach online office, just strictly click on the coach tab here. And then what will pull up is all these options down the side, okay? So mobile enrollment, you can see here is one of them. And once you click on that, it'll pull up a new screen saying customer enrollment or coach enrollment. And then you just literally go through it. Like I said, you only need that little bit of information for them. You can sign up a coach with or without a challenge pack purchase this way. But like I said, most people will just opt for the challenge pack. And then, yeah, customers as well. So that is pretty much how I assign everybody up right now. So now after they've joined your team or our team or whatever you want to say, I send them the welcome email. I'm not sure if anybody, I know I posted a little bit later in the day, but if anybody had a chance to look at that at all. But I did revise it in the last couple of days and just kind of added some things that I thought were important. It's always a process and a learning game, kind of, you know, deciding what's working the best for your team and in terms of coach training. And you know, you don't want people to get overwhelmed when they sign up, because there is a ton of information and you can access it like anywhere, right? Like we have our coach training, we have the coach mobile office, there's the coach training academy in there, and there's Google and YouTube. There's so many ways to learn that you really need to, I'm trying to streamline this. So, I mean, if anybody ever has any suggestions, I definitely will take those to heart if you have any ideas. But send them the welcome email. I will go through that in a couple minutes. Find out their why for coaching. And it's kind of like this, similar to a challenger, right? We want to know why they want to do this. Why is it important to you? How long do you want to give this opportunity before you reach your goals? Like, what is your 6-month goal, your year goal? How long are you going to stick with coaching? Is your why worth sticking it out for like a year or more until they can, you know, get on a roll with coaching? It takes time. And then plug them into a challenge group. If they haven't been in a challenge group, put them in one. They definitely need to have that experience as an apprentice coach or just as a challenger to really, you know what we do as a coach. I do these things regardless of the type of coach they want to be, whether it's discount, hobby, or business builder. I'll just, add everyone to our team page, send everybody the welcome email, because people, they might change their mind. You know that it's easy to change their mind, what kind of coach you want to be. I started as a discount coach, and now, I'm replacing the income with coaching and staying home, hopefully, with their baby. So, I mean, you can definitely change in what your goals are as a coach. I just want to go here to the welcome email. I'm not going to read this all to you guys because it's obviously there to access, but sorry, I just hear a bunch of background noise. I'm not really sure who that is, but anyways. So can you guys still hear me okay? Okay. Sorry, I just want to make sure everybody can still hear me. Okay, I'll just continue. Yeah, I don't know who that is. I'm just going to mute everybody here if I can. Okay. Now, can you guys still hear me okay that I've muted everybody else? Maybe I haven't muted everybody else. Okay. Anyways, okay, I'm going to go through this a little bit. The welcome email. So basically some things that I added here, I'm just talking about the coach training. And then I always mention here about their goals, what their goals should be in the first little bit of, you know, getting set up as a coach. I also let them know the groups that they can join. So our team page, the Beachbody Coaches Canada page, and the Bombshell Dynasty team page, our bigger team. There's so many groups that they can join. Obviously, the one that Carl did the surge on, the Beachbody 411 or whatever. But these are some of the important ones off the start. So make sure, and I also mentioned make sure the notifications are set to all posts so you don't miss any important information. I recorded a video here about the different types of coaches. So I want them to watch the video and get back to you or I or whoever's sending this email about which kind of coach they see themselves as. And that can help us goal set with them and just have an idea of, you know, how to help them as a coach on our team. I mentioned the calls here, the National Wake Up Call. Also, just a little tour here of the Coach Online office, which is important to navigate through. Although I mentioned that I would finish our coach training first, the 15 lessons, before they really dive into the Coach Online office, because that can take a long time to go through. And the 15-day coach training is where, you know, the lessons are specific to getting people started right, and within, like, you know, a couple of weeks that they can start to build their business. So it kind of narrows down what they need to know right at the beginning. I also talk about the business quick start guide, and this is something kind of new that I've been putting in the email. Obviously, like I said, I revised this, but it really, I don't know how many of you filled this out when you started, but it helps you narrow in on what your goals are in the first little bit of time, how long you want to take yourself to get to these goals, just your why, and, you know, it has some important information about calls, some numbers and times and all that kind of stuff. But it's a really good thing to get your new coaches to fill out. And I always get them to fill it out, and then send it back to me. Just email me back as soon as they can. How do we get them into the coach training group on Facebook? I just started. I think I should have added, everyone should be a part of the new coach training. If you search it in Facebook, it's the Desire to Inspire Dynasty's new coach training. And if you're not a part of it, just let me know. But it's a group that I decided to just make a self-paced group. It's running all the time. People, when they go through it, can just tag their coach when they finish a lesson. And your coach, then we can get an idea of how people are working their way through it. And it's self-paced. So, I mean, people, you know, they can do 5 lessons at once if they want, one night if they have a lot of time, or on a weekend or whatever, or they can, you know, take it over a month or so. Yeah. And then people can, you know, have access to that as much as they want. If they want to go back and revisit a lesson, or if they can't remember something, you know, they can go back and find that. What I get people to do, and what I say in that group, is that they can just type in like lesson 1 in the search bar, and it'll pull it up. So that's kind of how they can go through it in more of an organized way. So yeah, you know, this is really important, this business quick start guide. This is something that I should have been doing earlier, but anyways, hindsight, right? So people need to fill that out. And once they're done the coach training, the 15-day training, I always, I tell them that they can schedule a call with me. So they can do, you know, like a one-on-one call, and we'll talk about their quick start guide that they filled out, and that I should have a copy of at that point. So anyways, that is the That is the new welcome email. So if you guys have any questions about that, we can talk about that quickly after I'm finished here, but don't have a lot more to go here, I don't think. So anyway, so yeah, if they just want the discount, that's awesome. They'll be a part of our team page. They'll see, us chatting and what we're doing and what's new and everything like that, and everybody getting recognized for their hard work, and maybe they'll decide that they want to build a business. Who knows? If they don't, or if they want to get started as a hobby or business builder, then like I said, add to the New Coach training group, and they'll get a call with you after they finish all the lessons to discuss the quick start and their goals. People, will be asking questions like when they're going through the training and stuff. If they tag you in a post and you need to address that, then you can answer questions and everything. But I really like people to go through the training and then, write their questions down if they have any. If they need to Google something, go ahead or whatever. But bring your questions to me when you're finished the training, unless you have something that's needs to be answered along the way. But a lot of the time things get answered as you go through the training as well. So if they've never done a challenge group, I've had some people sign up as coaches that have never done a challenge group. Like I said, it's just random people that I think that are, I see on Facebook that I think would make really good coaches. And if they, take my invite and they decide to sign up with our team, then I really try to get them to start a challenge group first, even for like a couple of weeks before they start doing the 15-day training. Just because, then they have a better understanding of what we actually do. Because it's hard for people don't really get what a challenge group is if they haven't really been seeing us talk about it, or if we haven't really invited them before and explained it, they don't really get what that is. So if they can, have a week even in a challenge group and kind of get started that way, then they can have a better idea and understanding of that when they're going through the training. If they're eager, I can't go back there. If they're eager to start coaching, like as soon as they sign up, I will sometimes just jump on a call or really give them a lot of attention through message, through Facebook Messenger, however you want to talk to them. But you need to really help them out to get started if they really want to get started. And, before they finish the training, say, if they have people that are interested and they're really excited, you don't want to dull that momentum and motivation that they have. So, tell them the couple things they need to know off the start of coaching, like how to access their Coach Online Office, for example. Using the mobile app is super easy, or the mobile enrollment is really easy for new coaches because it's really simple to enroll somebody else, so as a customer or a coach. So basically, that's the kind of stuff that I do if they're really eager to start, and obviously then they still have to go through the training. But there's people like that just want to get started. So answer any questions they have. Make sure they understand their first goals as a coach. Like I mentioned in the email, getting to Emerald rank, helping 3 people in their first month, participating as an apprentice coach in your group, covering their costs of their products that month. Those are some of the goals that they have in the initial month or 2 months of coaching. And, you really want them to understand what you expect from them, and you want to know what they expect from you as their coach. So one thing that's super important, you are not their boss. We all run our businesses and do this because we're entrepreneurs and we want to be our own boss, right? So you're not their boss, but you are there to keep them accountable to the goals that they set in their business. You should know that what they are because we've talked to them about it when they first signed up. And don't be scared to remind them of their goals. People fall off the wagon in coaching just like they do with their exercise and their health and fitness. So you need to remember or remind them what their goals are, and is it still important to you, and it's something that is worth working towards for you. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme or gig. They need to know, just like everything else in life, like I said before the call, they need to know that they have to put the work in and be consistent in order to see success in their business. So that is all I have for you guys today. All the slides anyways. So Yeah. Now I just wanted to open it up to any questions. If you have any questions about the welcome email or anything like that, feel free to ask that. I think you guys can take yourselves off mute. I muted you, I think, but it was all in love. I just couldn't, I just heard a bunch of background noise, so. Yeah. Did anybody have any questions about anything? The setup of either or the welcome email or anything like that?
Well, you answered one of my questions. I have a girl that just signed up with me. She wanted to be a coach. She'd already done a Beachbody challenge with somebody else. So I switched her over. And then I sent her a new challenge pack. She wanted to, I thought she was just doing it for the discount, but I texted her again tonight. I just said, like, I don't want to assume, but are you doing it to be like to get the discount, which is no problem. Or are you interested in the training? And she said, like training to be a coach. And she said, yeah, I'd like to do some coaching. So anyways, I was like, well, I think I can add you to Kyla's training. I don't have it set up myself. So you answered that in the group call, that she can be, that we can sign people up or set them up with your existing stuff. So I really appreciate that because I'm so new. Like I don't have, that was going to be one of my questions. Like, do I need to set up like my own team page or something like that? But it doesn't sound like I do, right?
No, you know, like my gosh, obviously Lindsay Matway is my personally, like she's my coach. And so I used all of her information for months and months, like maybe even a year into it or whatever. I still, even in my 3-day sneak peek, that's something I forgot to mention to you guys. When you sign up or when you're talking to somebody about the coaching opportunity, and you know, usually they're not going to just be like, yeah, sure, I'll join you. Like people want to know more information, right? So we have our 3-day sneak peek that they can go into and check out more information. I'm trying to, like, you know, just going outside of my comfort zone. You all know that I hate public speaking and like it's my worst nightmare. So making videos is like scares the crap out of me, right? But I'm trying to integrate more of like my own videos into the sneak peek. But as you can see, I still use videos from Lindsay or whoever else as well in that training. Another thing that I want to do is record an coach opportunity call. And for people, you know, when we are talking to people about the opportunity, you can kind of get a sense if they would be the kind of person that would rather check out videos on their own time, like a 3-day sneak peek. Sometimes I just add them to an older group if I don't have one coming up right away. But people like to just plug in when they want to and like check out a video, right? If they want to, like I said, with the coach training, if they want to watch 2 videos in one day, then that's fine. But I want to have this call recorded so I can give that to them as well. If they'd rather just watch like a half an hour call on, you know, the coaching opportunity and stuff, instead of being in a 3-day group, we can do that too. So you kind of have those 2 options when you have a new coach that you're talking to. So
okay, cool.
and feel free, yeah, like I always say on all the calendars that I post to for the month, like anything that I post about on those calendars, you can invite anybody to. So definitely it's all open for everybody.
Cool.
We're all about sharing.
Awesome.
Yeah. Anybody else? Or are you guys all good with that info? Okay. Oh, Amberly. Yeah, no problem. I just like, you know, I need to try to do these with you guys more often. I want to do it every couple of weeks. I know we have I scheduled a live power hour event for Thursday night. September, like I said, is just kind of weird because I don't know what's going to be going on in 2 weeks. Oh my gosh. But if I'm not around to run like a power hour that I have coming up, I'll definitely be like calling on you guys to just, one of you guys to post. And I have all those posts that I can give you. You should have access to them anyways, but just a matter of posting really and interacting. So let's take a little picture of our little screenshot. 1, 2, 3. There. Anyways, well, if you guys have any more questions, sorry, it kind of went a little longer than I planned. I said half an hour, but yeah. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to come out and listen to me talk to you. If anybody has anything that they want to learn more about or any topics that they want me to talk about, just let me know and I can definitely put something together for you guys in the future, okay? If there's something that you want me to address or problems or issues that you're having with challengers, even with your coaches or anything like that. So otherwise, you guys have a good night and hope everyone had a good long weekend and we're back into the routine of the week again. So we will see you guys maybe Thursday night. Bye.